Well, hello there world. This is Old Farmer 1 with a tutorial on Going Medieval, Basic Settlement Management. So you've got to tell your settlers here what to do and when to do it, and that's accomplished by these menus here at the top. We're going to start with the Jobs menu. Click the Job menu here at the top and you'll get this little beauty of a window right here. And as you can see, it's got quite a lot of numbers and it looks pretty complicated, but it's not that bad once you get some information. So hopefully this will help you out. At the top here, we see a list of the different jobs that each one of your settlers can do. If you hover over one of the numbers, it'll tell you what each one of them is, and the tooltips are pretty good. So if you need to know what they are, just go ahead and take a look. If you hover over each one of your characters, you'll see what their overall skills are. So the higher the number on the skill list over here for each character, the better that they are at that particular task. As you can see, Modesty is really good at marksman. She has 2 stars in it, and the star system is pretty simple. No stars means when they do that task, they get experience for it. With 1 star, they get 2.5 times the experience when they do that task, and with 2 stars, they get 4 times the experience. So if you want somebody to gain experience fast and get those points up, which is a good thing, you'll find somebody who's a bit passionate about it. And hopefully they've got a little bit of skill in that as well. So what we want to do is go through and set the tasks that each person is good at as a higher priority. And that's what these numbers here are. So everything starts out set at 3, which is a normal priority. And if you just leave it like this, your little settlers will wander around and just do whatever needs to be done, regardless about whether they're good at it or bad at it. It's probably better to have the people who are good at it or passionate about it to do it. Also, if people are passionate about a particular task and they do it, their happiness will go up, which is really helpful. So what I like to do at the start here is just go through and lower these priorities a little bit. And these buttons right here will decrease or increase for that character all of the jobs. So I put everything at 4, so that way I can up the ones they're good at, and they will do those first. So Modesty here has got a 3 in medicine, which is pretty low. Emma here has an 8 in medicine, and she's passionate at it. And Dwight has an 8 in medicine. So we probably want to keep Modesty where she's at. She won't do that until she needs to, and it needs to be done. And we'll probably up Emma's here to close to her top priority. So that way she'll be the first one to do it. And we'll take Dwight and we'll put him a little bit lower. So that way if Emma's overwhelmed, Dwight can kind of help. So just like that, we'll just go through all of these and check what our skills are at and who is the best person to do each job. Remember, if they're passionate about it or they have a high skill, it's better to have those people doing it than others. The other thing I'd like to mention real quick is convalesce. That's when a settler gets injured or sick, how likely they are to take some time and get better. So it's good to have that as kind of a high priority. And if you need them to do something while they're sick, you can lower that priority at that time. But it's better to just have them automatically try to heal themselves. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that on 2 for everybody, and then go through the rest of the skills and set them up. Okay, that's the basic setup I'm going to go with here. And as you can see, my numbers are kind of all over the place. Uh, we'll go over real quick what I chose here. So Modesty here had a really high marksman, so I put her on hunting. That's priority 1, so she'll try to do that first. Some of these skills won't be used all the time. There's not enough animals out there for someone to hunt constantly, so she needed another task to do on a regular basis. Cooking here is a thing that she's very passionate about, so she'll gain experience, and she's got an okay starting point for that. So when she's not hunting, she'll go cooking. And then, of course, construction, planting crops, harvesting crops, mining, cutting plants. Those are all things that she can do if there's no cooking, hunting to do, but she is more likely to go over to the smith because her skill's at 11. Her carpentry, she can do some of that because the skill's at 9. And her tailoring is at 3 because she has a bit of passion for it, and her skill's at 9. And of course, I took research off her list of things to do because our other 2 folks have a much higher intellectual skill. So Emma here's got a 19, and Dwight has a 25. So I'd prefer if those 2 did research and she just stayed out of it. She's got enough to do with the hunting and the cooking, and probably smithing when we get to it. But you want to try to make sure that there's somebody who is likely to do each one of these tasks. Emma here is into the growing, harvesting, and cutting plants. She's got passion in each one of those things, and her botany skill is pretty decent, so she'll do those things first. Dwight, of course, is our smartest fellow with an intellectual at 25, so he's going to be doing our research, and then in his spare time, he's going to help out with harvesting and growing because his botany skill is pretty good, and he's a bit passionate about it. He'll also help with the construction. He's very passionate about construction, so what we can do is when these tasks need to be done, when buildings need to be built, we can change the priorities. So if I don't want Dwight to be researching right now, and I'd like him to go over and help to build stuff, I can just go over here and change the priority to something lower, and he won't do that right now. He'll do the thing that is higher on the priority list. I'm going to go ahead and change that back to 1 because we don't need any building right now. We haven't done anything yet. So that's the basics of the jobs menu. If you liked what you saw or it helped you out, please hit that like button and subscribe for more. I'm going to try to do a few more of these tutorials on this game, see if I can help anybody out. So, thanks much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.